Okay, so if you just started training in the gym or you're planning to start but you don't know how, this is for you. This is for all the beginners. Yay! Now, what do you do? How do you go for it? How do you choose which exercises to do? How do you start with it? The first thing you do when you go to the gym, well, the first thing would be pick up a gym. Join a gym, get a membership, and go to your first session. When you choose to do that, always start your sessions with a warm-up. So choose any cardio equipment and go on it for some 5 minutes warm-up. It doesn't have to be intense. It can be just a normal, regular walk in the park for 5 to 10 minutes. 5 would be enough. Yeah? So 5 minutes gone. 5 minutes later. What do you do then? Well, in the body it's important that you understand that by function there are two different types of muscles. There is a group of muscles that you use to push things away from your body, yeah, and to pull things towards you. By function, two different muscle groups, push and pull. Clear? Now, why do we clear these things? Why? Because when you start using a muscle that we use to push, that by function is a pushing muscle, it's not really smart to choose your next movement to be again a pushing muscle. You want to rest the pushing muscles and get busy with the pulling muscles. So in the meantime, you can rest the pushing muscle. Pushing muscles, what are those? Who are those muscles? How do they push? Well, let's see. We use the chest to push. That would be doing a bench press, right? Cool, nice. What would be the other muscles that we use to push? Well, simple, shoulders. That would be another group muscles that we use to push. Not all of them. The rear shoulder does something differently, but we'll go back to that later. Now, what are another pushing muscles? Those would be the triceps. Yeah, I just showed you how you do triceps push down. And then, once you're done with the upper body pushing muscles, you have the upper body pulling muscles. Who are those muscles? How do they, what they do? How they pull? Well, basically again we have three muscles. One of them would be the lats, the back. So the lat pull down, that is a pull movement. It's a pulling movement. It's a pull muscle. It's a muscle that we use to pull. Second muscle, as I mentioned before, can be the shoulder, and that is the rear shoulder. When you try to train your rear shoulder, you're basically pulling towards you. Resistance, weight, a person, whatever. You're using the rear shoulder. And three would be the biceps. Well, you're pulling things towards you using the biceps. So that is how we covered the upper body. Now, how we choose which muscles to do first in our first session? That's easy. You start with the bigger muscles and you work your way alternately between pushing and pulling to the smaller muscles. What is the biggest muscle in your upper body? Simple and very obvious. It's the back. Back is the biggest muscle on your upper body. So you want to start your session with pulling for back. You can do some pull downs, or you can do some dumbbell rows, many options, and we'll get back to that later. What is the other thing that you should do next? Well, once you're done with pulling, you're gonna do some pushing. And what is the biggest muscle in our upper body that we use to push things away from us? That would be the chest. Nice. Now, you can choose a movement that you want to do for chest. It can be a bench press, it can be dumbbell press, an incline press, decline press, whatever press. Yep, nice. Now, what would be the third movement that you want to do? And we come to the tricky part, which is the shoulders. Now the shoulders, they can be used in 3 different ways. One can be used to push, as I said, that would be for the front shoulder. When we press up, we push up, weight overhead. We mentioned that we use the rear head of the delt muscle, of the shoulder muscle, to pull things, and then we have the lateral head, the side head of the shoulder, that we use to move things on the side of our body. Okay? Nice! We nailed that one too, so that would be the 3rd movement. And 4th movement, what would be the 4th movement? Now, we can choose between push and pull, since we had neutral movement, not push, not pull, just a minute ago. What would we do next? Well, let's do some triceps. That's great. Now we could go and do some triceps push downs on the cables, or we can do maybe some narrow grip bench press that would activate the rest of the pushing muscles. And after we are done with that, we can go to the biceps. And we can finish our upper body session with doing some biceps curls. Pulling, done. Pushing, done. Upper body, done. Now it comes the lower body. The thing is that with the lower body, you can choose, you can finish the session with legs, or you can choose to start the session with legs. I wouldn't say that it's wrong. Why? Well, simple. Legs are the biggest muscles, your thighs are the biggest muscles, so it wouldn't be a mistake for sure if you want to start your session doing legs. But the thing is that you will be so exhausted to go through the next muscles. By the end you would be beaten very badly, and I'm considering that it might happen that you will get tired very soon and you will give up halfway through the session. But if you start with your upper body, those are considerably smaller muscles, and once you're done with your whole upper body, you still have some strength and energy to go and do another movement for the legs. I would advise doing something like any type of squat movement. Any type of squat would do it. Now, what do we do? How do we choose exercises? Guys, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Choose one movement. It would be nice if it's a compound movement. That would be nice. Choose one movement and don't think of training hard, of training heavy. Don't think of how much weight you're gonna load, how much weight you're gonna put on the bar. Don't be bothered with that. You're a beginner, you're new here. What's your goal? Your goal is completely different. Your goal is now to learn the movement. You need to feel confident in what you're doing. You need to get in better communication with your own body, with your own muscles. So you need to be more aware where exactly your joints are located when you're doing the movement. What is the position of your limbs? What is the position of your back? Is it retracted? Is it protracted? So you need to develop a sense of awareness about the movement. Yeah? Makes sense, right? Cool. Now, make sure that you use very light weights or no weights at all. It doesn't matter. And try to do something like 30 to 40 reps per set. It doesn't matter the weight. As I said, what is important is just to learn the movement, to feel confident, to feel comfortable going into that movement, to feel the muscle. So it's about developing that mind-muscle connection. Okay? Nice. Now, once you develop that, we can talk about maybe adding some more resistance, but it's very important, and I cannot stress enough just how important it is that you learn how to execute the movements. So how your body is positioned. You need to develop this awareness of exactly how your body looks like while you are performing the movement. You need to feel which muscle exactly is getting active. And by doing many reps, 30-40 reps, you will be so good. You will learn so much faster than if you would have some weight and you would try to dumbbell press, I don't know, 10 kgs dumbbells, and you would be very unstable while trying to perform the movement. Well, don't do that. Don't do it. Just take 2 kgs dumbbells and make sure you feel the whole movement, that you feel the chest in every point. Make sure that you position yourself correctly. Yeah, okay, what do? We do chest. Okay, so what do I need to think? What do I need to think of? What do I need to take care of? Well, okay, I need to retract my chest. What is that? What is the meaning of that? I need to retract my back, pardon me. What is that? Well, big chest, stick your chest out. Nice, okay. Now, once you do that and you do 30-40 reps while doing that, that's easy. You know, you're gonna develop much better sense of how your body does the movement and how your muscles are working. And so that would be the things that you need to care of now. That would be the things that you need to think about once you're a beginner, when you're a beginner. So don't be bothered by the weight. Don't be bothered by your ego, like, oh, I use so small weights, shame on me. No, it's not shameful. What is shameful is to be in the gym for 20 years and not to know how to bench press. Even that is not shameful. We need to confront things, and if we don't know, well, we should admit to ourselves, maybe I can do this better if you show me. Yeah? Okay, guys, so maybe we can do another video where we can discuss more precisely about what kind of an exercise selection we would go for step by step. But so far, this would be the main basic thing that I want you to think of. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section or just directly message me. Take care, guys.